Welcome back to, this is episode 3 of Yarn Talks with Lizzy Knits. My name is Erin Gates. I'm the designer behind Lizzy Knits and the owner of Three Birds Yarn Studio. Three Birds Yarn Studio. And all right, let's jump in. I've got a few things out in front of me that I want to touch in on today. So hopefully everyone is well. And I hope you had a fun St. Patrick's Day yesterday. We had fun just listening to Irish music and made Reubens, and we did some Irish dancing because I used to Irish dance as a kid. So I was trying to teach my daughter, and the boys are trying too, but I was trying my hardest to remember some steps because it's been a while, but that's what I used to do as a kid. So it was a lot of fun, but they just weren't coming to me. So very basic Irish dancing at our house last night, but it was a lot of fun. I want to touch in on a few things. I know, again, I always suggest if you are following my Instagram, you can keep an eye on the projects I'm currently working on. I've been updating yesterday and today. I did a live yesterday from my Lizzy Knits Instagram account because I've been crocheting. So this is something that I haven't done in a while. I had to go find my crochet hooks, but I had them in my supplies cabinet, and I brought the crochet. I took a little bit of muscle memory to get back into it. Like I did the slip knot and all right, how do you chain? Like crocheting 101, and it came back, and then I got it. Yeah, it's fun. I was trying to find a different type of project. Like sometimes I just itch for something totally different. Like I'll usually take a break from designing because I make a lot of hats. So okay, every once in a while, spring's coming too. It's like, all right, let's cool it on the hats for a while. Let's make something else. I know last summer it's usually in the summertime. That's what it is. Like spring's here. I kind of get out of the winter project mindset, not want to work with super bulky and bulky yarns anymore, do a few more lighter things. Or in the past, in the summer, if we go on a road trip or something, I'll make a pair of socks because it's a great travel project, and you can put it in a little zippered pouch this big, and it's easy for the car instead of bringing a bulky weight sweater, not light on the packing. So socks are always a good summer project for me. I don't know, or if you guys type below, if you comment, please, what are your favorite summer projects? Because if you are a big knitter, you always have, a lot of knitters I've realized always have something on their needles. I don't know, you finish one thing and you're always looking for the next thing. But yeah, I'd be curious to hear, what do you guys like to make in the summertime? So that could be if you are a retailer of hats, maybe you use the sdo to stock up on inventory, so then you are using all the super bulky and bulky weight yarns, or do you stockpile for the fall? Or I've heard people that will knit in the summer, and that's when they make all of their Christmas gifts, and then they don't have to scramble for, December is always so busy with the holidays, and you never want to be totally cramped for time trying to get ready for Christmas. So I always thought that was really clever. Good idea. Christmas knitting in July. Just let me know. What are you guys working on? I love to hear everything everyone's making. Or is there a type of yarn you prefer in the summertime? You work with a lot of cotton. Do you work with a different type of fiber? Let me know. So yes, going back to my original thought, I think this time of year I like to try to switch things up, or I'll make a shawl, which I do have. Oh, I should show you guys I did a mock-up of a shawl. So that's why I thought, crocheting, let's try something different. And I actually learned I wasn't always a knitter. I really got into knitting like in college, but I think I started crocheting in like 7th or 8th grade. So I was originally a crocheter, and it was a great, like, as like a teen, it's a really versatile skill, and I never got like crazy advanced with my crocheting skills, but enough, made lots of scarves, blankets. Like I had a big Afghan that I made in my dorm room, and then like in my first apartment, like I made my friend an Afghan. Like it was just something I like to do. But I think I lost my hook. So I think since I originally started as a crocheter, that is why I knit continental, because I hold my yarn in my left hand. I think that's what trained me. But also it worked well when I transitioned into knitting, because holding in your left hand, because I'm a lefty, so it just works for me. And when I fair isle, I hold both yarns in my left hand. Like I'm all left hand dominant when I craft. So I think that all stemmed from a background in crocheting. So a little tidbit. And it helps. People have asked me before, like, how do you knit left-handed? And I know there are many thoughts on this, and like myself being a lefty, like just hold your yarn in your left hand. Like you still, or people be like, do you have to knit backwards? And I've heard of that. I'm not familiar with it, because then you would have to adapt every pattern that you do. And I would actually love to hear from someone who knits in reverse. I think it's fascinating. Also, my tip for lefties is just knit continental, because you'll be more, you'll have more control with your left hand, obviously. Okay, my crocheting, my new project. Okay, it's not much right here. I have been yarn bombing the tree in my backyard. I've never done this. I don't know if you guys are familiar with yarn bombing. I think it's fascinating. And there's a girl, London Kaye, and she's like an amazing Instagram account, like famous yarn bomber. And she does like all like artistic installations with crocheting. So I've been a longtime fan of hers, and I just bought her book. It came out a while ago, and I never grabbed a copy. I don't know why, but I just grabbed a copy. I read through it last night, and it's called Crochet with London Kaye. What is it? Projects and ideas to yarn bomb your life. I love it. But so I've been getting lots of inspiration just from these photos. So she will do, she collaborated with Lion Brand. She does like big installations. That's her. She's amazing. And all of her artwork is just super cheerful and inspiring and uplifting, and just always makes me smile every time I see a new project or a post she does on Instagram. Oh, this one. I'm giving away too much of her book. But, and my daughter Finley saw this butterfly she did, and she, like, her eyes got big. Like, Finley, this is all with yarn. Like, yeah. So Finley now, she's like, I want to learn how to crochet. Like, perfect. My daughter's 7. So, and also we have spring break next week. So like, might try a little like intro to crocheting with her. She's been showing more interest in like, obviously we have a lot of yarn at our house, and I'm always making something. So I love that she's getting into it. Like, yes, yes. Like, I don't want to push it on her, but I'm always like, hey, you want to try knitting? Like, you ready to try? But she was always, we tried like last year. She was sick, so like, it was just too hard. So I didn't pursue it. I'm like, we'll touch in on this again when you're a little older. I'd love to have like a little knitting buddy around here. That'd be fun. But she's very interested in it, and she was looking through this whole book, and she's like, this is all yarn. Like, I know, Finley, and like, how fun. And like, these are works of art. Like, I look at all this stuff, and she does like little people. I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed. Okay, oh, this photo right here, yarn bombing a tree. This is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything that looks kind of like this. Maybe someday, but for now, I'm taking a tree in my backyard, and it's not huge, but it has a lot of like branches like this size around. I think it's like, it's right off my deck. I think it's an ornamental plum tree. So it flowers in the spring, and it's really cool. But it's a nice like attainable goal because it's not massive, but it's got a lot of different branches. So I'm using a lot of different colors on different branches, and then I'm color changing the yarn real quick so it'll get like stripes. So this one is using like this neon orange. This is for a small branch. So it'll get sewn around with a tapestry. Yeah, this is a little one. So this is going really quick. And I am double crocheting the entire thing, which I did have to like familiarize myself with a little bit. Oh, and I've noticed too, again, I am not very skilled at crochet. Like it makes me so happy. Like this, I think like my stitch tension is very loose. Like, so it's perfect for this project because I'm not following a pattern. I'm just winging it. Like I have a tape measure, I measure circumference of the tree, and I'm like, okay, 10 stitches. And then I kind of hold it up real quick. Like, nah, I need a couple more, and then just start over again. So it's really easy. And also, this is so stretchy. So like this project is fun because I don't need to sweat like that. It's like, it has to be perfect. Like, no, it's a little messy looking, to be honest. Like it's not perfect. And these stitches are very loose. And when I sew it around the tree, like it's very forgiving because trees aren't perfect. Like they're thick at the bottom, they get skinnier at the top. And even on the skinny parts, I take I do like a whip stitch, sewing these together with a double strand of yarn. And then, I can put this down. So when it's going around, if it gets skinnier, I can just kind of like overlap a piece too. It's just, and so it's so like, it's not an exact science. But it's cool. And I'm going to show a picture when it's done. I'm probably like a third of the way done because there's so many like just small branches, and I started 2 days ago. So yeah, I think I'm making good progress, but I'll work on it more over the weekend. Not today because it's raining. So don't really want to be out there sewing yarn to a tree when everything's wet. But I'll show more pictures of it when it's ready, and I'll put it on Instagram, and maybe on the on my next episode I can pause the video. I need to work on my skills here, and then I can insert a clip of walking outside, and I'll show you guys the tree. So next episode, actually that'll be good. That'll give me like a deadline to get it done this week because I don't like lingering projects. Like I have my heart set on this, like just do it and finish it. But it's gonna be very colorful. I think I'm about ready for a okay, sorry about that. I had a little hiccup. The video just stopped, so I realized too I have to I only have so much memory. I have to delete like last week's episode. It was still saved on there. Like I don't need a 30-minute video chewing up space on my phone. So all right, note to self, delete old videos. Like it's already on the computer. Okay, I was going back to yeah, just showing you this orange one. I measured, it needs to be about 45 inches long. I think I'm about ready for a color change, so I might do like a variegated. So basically this is all gonna be mismatched and all like vibrant colors. And I went to Michael's the other day and I got like, and all their yarn was buy one get one free. No, yeah, or 50% off. One of the, I think probably 50, buy one get one 50% off. That sounds right, because otherwise I would have bought so much more yarn. But either way, like they have great prices and great sales. So here's what we're working with here. This is just some of them, and like I had some from my stash here, and then that orange. I still have a couple more, But I was really excited about like these variegated ones. Those are gonna be fun. And again, from Michaels, I've got 3 types here. Red Heart, it's upside down. Red Heart, Impeccable from Loops and Threads, and then CraftSmart. These were all the variegated ones, which I cannot resist, like a rainbow variegated, like something I never would like in garments. It's not my first choice. Like, no, I want all the colors, like all the brightest colors you can find. And like I had to go out and buy more because I was looking at like my leftover yarn stash. Like all I have is like black, gray, and like cream. Like this is not gonna be a fun yarn bomb. Like to the store. So all is good, and stay tuned for more updates on that. One more time, Crochet with London Kaye. This is such a fun read, and if you're a crocheter, like definite like inspiration. It might get like inspire you to try some new things, try some new colors. Now I want to make everything. I may have a crocheting summer. We'll have to change the company to Lizzy Crochets. But this is super fun. I'm gonna finish reading this later. All right, next topic here. Hold on. It's very dry in my house. Also, I think I have like allergies. Like the seasonal allergies are hitting, and like I think the kids are saying like they've all been coughing and like they've been like scratchy throats. Like gotta love, like spring is so great, but it just hurts so bad. Okay, you take my Claritin. Okay, I have another. I touched in on this last week, but I want to this hat, the new one, the Daydreamer Beanie with Baah Yarns Sequoia. So I showed you this one. Let me get closer. The light's kind of bright. It's like washing out like the stitch definition. All right, so I got these fun, twisty, alternate, staggered cable loops, and they're all in like the right cross direction. But I ran into a snag with this pattern. Like I wrote the whole thing. I typed it. It was like ready to go on this single skein, one skein hat, because I love a project that uses one skein. Always a good idea. And but what happened is, okay, so I finished the PDF. I took pictures and I made another one, and I had it tech edited too. So I got it back. Pattern was solid. Chart was correct, like everything was good. So when I made this one, it was cutting it close on the yardage. Like I had some left over, but like enough, but it's like, okay. I made a second one and I completely ran out of yarn in the decreases. Like, okay, we can't do this. I can't like suggest a pattern with the specific yarn and like people are making it and you don't have enough yarn like that. No. So I kind of panicked for a little bit. Like, oh my gosh, like the pattern doesn't work. Like I can't, like this yarn is so perfect and like it's so beautiful, and like I got the gauge all figured out. So I sat on it for a day, and actually I talked to a couple of my friends and my editor, and she was just like bouncing some ideas off. And we went with a 2 skein beanie. like it was just not, it just wasn't a good choice. It wasn't a good fit with the yardage that you get in 1 skein. So let's add 2 skeins and a double brim. Problem solved. So that's where we're at. I took last weekend to kind of like fine tune the pattern again. I made 2 double brim ones, and I love it even more than the original, because I don't know, my last couple of, if you follow like what designs I've been releasing, like I'm kind of into the double brims lately. Like I love them. They're so comfy, and I just like them. I like how they fit on my head. I like the look of them. And then you can also like, you can do a taller brim or even a shorter if you want the hat to slouch a little more. I just think I don't know, well, I've just been feeling them lately, or at least this past winter. I still love the standard brim too, don't get me wrong, but I've just been switching it up a bit. All right, so here's the hats. I made a solid version and a two-tone version. So I did a color change at the end of the brim. And I think it worked out great. Like, this is a good alternative to the hat, because I was getting frustrated with the original one, but I love the design. I really like how this all came together. So I'm really glad it all worked out in the end, and now I got a workable pattern. And now that it has two colors, you can, like, it's just, you can get more creative with like color pairings. Personally, I like the idea of being able to do, and you know, I love this Baah Sequoia, like I'm obsessed with it. So I was really happy to make a pattern with it. I love the idea of variegated for the brim and a solid for the hat. So, you know, the stitch definition and the cables will still pop and still come across clear, but you can still have the fun confetti speckled brim. And also, you know, any hat, put a gigantic Pampa on the top and you're ready to go. So, okay, that is the new Daydreamer Beanie. It is being tested at the moment, and I will be releasing this one next weekend. So let's see, today's Friday, so probably Saturday or Sunday. See how the testers, I'll get feedback and, you know, just make sure everything's ready to go. And so next weekend. So I will post about that still on my Instagram account, and then I'll show this again in the next episode when it's officially live. So yep, that is the double brim Daydreamer Beanie. Two colors or one. And this is nice too, because if you have leftovers at home from a different project, you know, you can always mix and match, use something you have already, and you won't have to buy two brand new skeins every time you want to make this hat. Let me show you. I love this one. I'm pretty sure my mom's already got dibs on it. Mom, it's yours if you're watching this video. But yeah, this one's for Mom. See, Mom, it will look good because now my hair is the same color as yours, so this will basically be you. Yeah, you can have this one. But I need to take one more picture of it, so I'll bring it over when it's done. Okay. All right, I showed you Sequoia, and you know, all the Sequoias. I got it over here. It's ready to ship if you want some. Okay, next project. Oh, and I'm going to take this one apart because, oh, I have a variegated gold, like gold and deep gold, like two tones of gold, that I'm going to redo this one, but do a variegated brim. Okay. Projects for the weekend. All right. I want to show you another design. I have pom-pom fuzz in my mouth. Lovely. I find pom-pom fuzz all over the place. Well, I cut all the fur here in the office, so it's usually flying around. All right, I want to show you a design that I published in like the end of summer last year and kind of early fall. So I just want to bring it out again because it's a fingering weight shawl, and it'd be perfect for like the spring. I had it up on my shelf where I keep all my stack of hand knits, but I'm putting it on my mannequin so I see it, so I remember to wear this because it's good for spring. This is called what is it called? The Ocean Horizon Shawl. Low battery. All right, wrap it up, Erin. I'm failing here. Low battery, low memory. Okay, this is the Ocean Horizon Shawl, and I did write this one with Baah Yarn and La Jolla, their fingering weight. So they have a lot of the same colorways as I do in Sequoia and Mammoth, and they're all beautiful. And you know, I love their colors. So this one takes 3 skeins of fingering sock weight yarn, and you know, any versatile substitute will do too. Back up a little bit. It's a triangle shawl that is this big. So you start, it's worked at one end. Here, too big off the screen. Worked at one end, increase slowly, and then you bind off the long edge that you're left with on the other end. So that would be like this. Here would be the little, here's the little cast on edge. You just start with 3 little stitches, and you just keep going and get more and more stitches. You just keep making more. And you only increase on one side. So, you know, if you're familiar with shawl making, there's many ways to make different shapes. Crescent shawls, you like alternate which end, or you'll do 2. You alternate one at the beginning of route and the end. So alternate 2 per round. This one you alternate 1 every other round. So it's more of a slow increase. But there's shawls that you increase 1 on every round, so that would be a much quicker increase. Or if you've ever done triangle shawls that have like the spine in the center, and it starts at like where the back of the neck is, and you increase that one, you every other round you increase 4 stitches, so that gets wide really quickly. And also that's another favorite shawl construction technique of mine too. But for this one, it's a very slow increase. There it is. All right, so if you can kind of see, once the side here, this is the one we're increasing, because this one, you don't do anything to this side, or same stitch count. So this one is just straight the whole way down, but this side is where the increases are. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, and to the end. All right, so it has 3 colors, and actually, I had a lot of fun making this one because I like to play with different textures, and I like to try different ways to blend color changes. And I feel like that, like, as a designer, is kind of a challenge. Like, do you want it to blend in, or do you just want to have straight color change lines? So always just something to mess around with, see what works. I started with this color, Dare to Bear, which is like a little tan speckle. Then I got into stripes, which is still this color, but I introduced the second color, which is a pink. And this one is, I have it written, La Vie and Rose. Yeah, like, I know I got it here somewhere. So that, and I have little like garter ridges that have the 2 colors together. So I really liked this texture with the stripes, but it's kind of like a blended stripe. Oh, and I love how there's like the little brown tones in this colorway. It's so pretty. Okay. Then bigger stripes. So we totally dropped color A, which was the tan. Done with that one. Now we move into a section that blends B and C. B was the pink. Now C is this really pretty dusty blue, and that one is beach glass. So we have stripies again in the blue, and then lace stripes in the pink. Then we did, actually, that's a short section just to blend those 2 colors, and then the final part is color C only. Oh no, I lied. There's pink at the end. For a little added pizzazz. So these are stripes mixed with eyelet rose. Boop. So yeah, this is the Ocean Horizon Shawl. I constantly get mixed up because I have a shawl called the Summer Moonrise Shawl, which I should show next time too. I got it. I need a new theme on pattern naming. I tend to stick with like the same family. Like I really like using like nature things or stuff like a prairie beanie was like, you know, I live in a prairie, and, you know, just like flower names, or I like oceany type of stuff. And, but, I gotta watch it because sometimes my, pattern names are really similar. Like I get like, I gotta do a little better on that, but it's okay. I still love them. I love the names. So that's this one. Finley just walked by. Like I told her I was gonna make a movie for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's just like, okay. So the kids are watching Disney upstairs. I'm like, you guys can have TV time. I'm gonna do this, and then we'll go paint or something, or draw, or, you know, listen to some music. As we're on spring break now, so like still trying to just balance my days. But yeah, we were saving TV time because I knew I had to do this. So it all works out, but I think she's getting a snack. Okay. Yeah, one more time. Ocean. What do I call it? Ocean Horizon. Losing my train of thought here. So, you know, shawls can be, and this one is sock weight, and it's kind of like bigger needles. I forget exactly, maybe it's 5. I don't know 100%, but big enough needles where it's like much stretchier than a sock, so it's like it like gives a lot. So when you wear it, it's not stiff. It's very drapey, and you know, just play around with it. My favorite way to wear shawls is front, like the front, like I had it. But then like in this time of year, I always wear a jean jacket with like, usually I always wear solid color t-shirts. That's my look. So this can show like, oh, that you gotta have like the tan end peeking out here. And then my jean jacket and some cute shoes, usually sneakers. I'm definitely like a sneaker person. Yeah, maybe I'll wear this out this weekend. All right, well, this is a fun one. So I'm gonna show you that. Oh, and also, so I have all these colors in the store, but I have kits. They're listed online. They're ready to go. I have one kit you'll get if you do buy a kit. They come in cute little bags like this. Here's the 3 colors, A, B, C. And they are, I think, oh, they're $85 because each skein retails for $30 on its own. So like $5 off if you buy the bundle. So yeah, here's 3 skeins of hand-dyed fingering weight La Jolla yarn from Baah Yarns. It's so pretty. This yarn is so pretty. I really like the pink. So this one's Livy and Rose, and like there's little like blue speckles in there and a little yellow speckle. It's just so fun. I think I designed the shawl around using this color. Like, oh, that pink, yep. Like, then I looked on the shelf, like, what 2 colors will go with the pink? That's how it always goes. You get like one main color in mind, and then everything revolves around that one, which is a good like basis for a starting point. Like, or find like doing color pairings. All right. I'm packing up this kit. So yes, those are online. Cute little dressing bags, like, and the kits all come like this. All right, yep, listed online under, I have a kits tab on the website. So all under there, I have like super bulky kits. I have like a coordinating like pom-pom. I've got pattern kits for a couple other of my designs. I have another shawl kit up there, which is the Countryside Shawl, which is a triangle shawl, like I said, that starts at the spine, at the base of the neck and works its way down, with the increases are 4 every other row. And that one uses Malabrigo Rios. There's 3 skeins per kit, and no, I think 4 skeins per kit. So those are up there. Last project. It's one more pattern. And this is my tidal beanie, and it's Tidal, like tidal wave. I told you I went through an ocean phase. I think I'm still in that phase. I'm still doing it. I love it. I got like a coral beanie. There's a waves beanie, the big waves beanie. There's a reef beanie. I gotta come up with some other ones. I like it. Well, also, like, I do a lot of like twisty cable textures. Like, to me, it looks like waves. It reminds me of the ocean. It looks like coral or kelp, you know, swaying in the waves. Like, so I have a theme. This one I just made because I got, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, this La Pampa from Juniper Moon Farm. I now stock some Juniper Moon yarns here. And this is a bulky weight. And what's the composition? It's 100% wool. There's a couple different colors. So I wanted to try it out in some of my previous patterns, and it worked great for the title beanie. And actually, I'm going to, this upcoming week on my to-do list is I want to update the pattern file online, and I'm just going to add this as a yarn suggestion, and then maybe get a photo of this one. I'll do a flat lay and just update it, because I have it written for Malabrigo Chunky, but this is like a perfect match to Malabrigo Chunky. La Pampa. My in focus. I always struggle with the up close ones. Ooh, my nails are like disco balls. Like, look at my nails, not the yarn. All right. So I think I have like 14 or 15 colors of this. So here's just a couple. And there's really like earthy, like muted tones. They're so rich. I love this yarn. You have 100% wool. It's an awesome substitute for Malabrigo Chunky. Also for, what's the other one? Hue and Me, Lion Brand Hue and Me. So that's another favorite of mine. So these are all interchangeable. Just if you're looking to try a new chunky, bulky weight yarn, I encourage you to give this one a shot. La Pampa, and there's some pretty colors. Ooh, my favorite, green and pink. These are so pretty. All right, so yeah, those are all up there. And then again, here is the title beanie with little cable twists, but this is like, it's a really quick knit. And the pattern set, it repeats 3 times, and then you go straight into like an easy set of crown decreases, and there's still like the pattern still kind of goes into the crown. Like, I shrunk it. You gotta shrink it somewhere. Like, crowns are always a little challenging, so like, you know, it has to get smaller, but it's still gotta look like the design. Sometimes, like, I get it on the first try and be like, oh, this looks so good. Other times, like 10 tries, like, I cannot get these crown decreases. Like they looks like garbage, or like it's a challenge. So I always think like, oh, I'm so proud of a pattern. Be like, no, it's not over yet. Still have the crown to do. Yeah, sometimes it's like, sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's a real struggle, but usually all works out in the end. All right, friends, that was it. Stay tuned for more updates on my crocheting adventure. I'm feeling the crocheting lately. It's just so fun. Yeah, have a new summer project, and it's really bringing me, like, there's no leaves on the trees. It's so empty out there. Like, the prairie grass has not grown back yet. It's just like bare earth, and like I've got one just like colorful tree that is, you can see it from like the main road. Like, oh yeah, that's definitely my house. I think I had my neighbor came over yesterday. It's just like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm putting yarn on my tree. She's like, oh. She's like, that's interesting. like it's okay. You don't have to. I'm like, I don't fully get it. It's making me happy. It's cool. Like, I always wanted to, but I think mixed reviews on the yarn tree though. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm still doing it, and I'll probably just keep it up throughout the summer, and I'll cut it down before winter. Plus, like, it just won't last. But it'll be a seasonal decorative project, so I'm excited. All right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you've got kids or spring break coming up, like, hope you enjoy your time home and have lots of fun stuff going on. We're going to try to keep ourselves busy over here too. Go to the zoo one day. That'll be fun. Hopefully it won't rain. But all right, well, have a great weekend. I will check in next week with episode 4. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye.